World Championships. Gentlemen, it's an honor to share the desk with you tonight.
Man, feeling great as usual. I am honored to be here with you as well. Leo, LaFell, this is the grand finals, you know? Coming up to this, leading up to this.
There was a lot of doubts as to who would be here, but the Philippines are still here as the top region. Echo versus Blacklist.
Whatever happens today, I'm happy to be a part of history because either the defending champions will get back-to-back champions, or
the first ever defending champions will go down and have to let the new blood come in as the new champions.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight would not be possible without our sponsors. M4 is powered by Moonchan, presented by TikTok, the official content partner, supported by Secret Lab, the official gaming chair, and Esports Charts, our analytical partner. Gank, our official merchandise partner. MeWatch, our media.
The first ever defending champions will go down.
Economy of the Republic of Indonesia. The M4 Pass available now, complete
And
all
have to
active
let
tasks
the
and
new blood come in as the new
with
champion.
ease and for free. Log in now and get exclusive rewards such as the Beatrix Light Chaser and Stellar Brilliant Skins, and of course the M4 Beatrix skin.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight would not be possible without our sponsors. M4 is powered by Moonchan, presented by TikTok, the official content partner, supported by Secret Lab, the official gaming chair, and Esports Charts, our analytical partner. Gank, our official merchandise partner. MeWatch, our media partner, and last but not least, the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy of the Republic of Indonesia. The M4 Pass available now, complete all active tasks, and you will reach level 75 with ease and for free. Log in now and get exclusive rewards such as the Beatrix Light Chaser and Stellar Brilliant Skins, and of course the M4 Beatrix skin. They're all waiting for you in the pass. Use the hashtags Mobile Legends BangBang, hashtag MOVBM4, and hashtag Dare to Be Great. And that's exactly what these two teams here came to do. They flew out from Manila. They flew out hot after their grand finals performance in MPL Philippines Season 10, and here we're seeing the rivalry of a century.
They didn't just dare to be great. They are great. They've proven in this tournament how much progress they've made throughout this tournament so far. We can see that again. Blacklist International and Echo, they have very distinctive styles that make progress they've made throughout. So far, Echo Philippines have not been able to break the code. But here in the grand finals, it's a different stage. It's the world stage, and it's the highest level of MLBB in the world.
Best of 7 is set to test the best of the best. Because within the best of 3, it's very tiring. Best of 5, even more tiring. Best of 7, it doesn't just test your physical strength. It tests your mental strength. And it tests your strength as a team, the strength of the coaching staff. This is where your limits are tested.
And all in effort to take home the grandest prize of them all, the M4 World Championship Trophy. It's got a revamp since we last saw it, since Blacklist International took home the M3 title. And here, from Echo, the House of Highlights, the Orcas, they're going ahead and sending a new blood into this competition, this rivalry. It's Sanji, a rookie from Season 10, making his way into the runner-up, into the grand finals of Season 10, and now on the world stage. Can you imagine what it must be like?
It's crazy, right? Both of these players, they have a very, very interesting style. Because usually as a mage, you want to be in the back line, you want to provide damage, but you want to stay safe. These two, they don't know what safe is. Safe is everywhere, right? For them, it's in the front lines. Even in the middle of the team fight, they can create these spaces for them to deal them as much damage as possible, but also take none damage back, none of the damage back.
Here's the thing. I would say they dare to be great because they have the skills to outplay. And that's the thing. It's not that no one chases after them. It's not necessarily their positioning is the safest in the world. Everyone's after them. They put themselves in danger, and they have faced danger. And within the face of danger, they use their spells. They use like the Winter Truncheons. They use the immortality to make sure that not only do they stay alive, they get the kills, they get the objectives.
The highest level of MLBB, there's a very small margin in terms of skill for both of the teams. And these two teams risk everything to get that small advantage to be able to get the dub. And here we're going to see exactly what are the keys to victory, starting with Blacklist International.
Blacklist International, they got to continue to evolve the Ube, but I don't think that is like enough. They got to make sure that they got to help OHEB to snipe through the Benny Cutie Hurricane, and I feel like that is definitely one of their key to victories, where OHEB is going to be quite tested, because the Ube strat we've seen during the best of 5 can actually be crumbled. And in that kind of situation, OHEB, he's going to be like the main target.
I like the dichotomy between their gold laners, OHEB and Benny Cutie. They're both amazing and the greatest at what they do, but they're also very different kinds of gold laners. Benny Cutie was born and bred to be a split pusher, and when it comes to team fights, he is so good at finding the right target. When it comes to OHEB, it seems like the Filipino sniper was just created and cultivated to be able to carry, but he needs the right setup. Echo, talk us through, LaFell, what exactly the Orcas need to do to take home their first World Championship.
I would say use your own strength at Yaoi, as well as the San duo, because Yaoi, when he is able to use a cash-type hero, he's the one that dictates how the fight goes, because going up against Blacklist International, you want to initiate the fight. You don't want Blacklist International to put you in the dangerous spot. And with that being said, the San duo, Sanford, as well as Sanji, honestly, just give them the heroes that they can thrive. Give them heroes that can outplay their laners, and they can win the game for you.
Give them a winning lane, a good matchup, right? So that they can scale and actually create a snowball for themselves. Now, again, we need to talk about this duo, and not just the duo, just the entire Echo here. They're dynamic. I touched on this a little bit earlier, but they can actually carry from every single role. I'm talking literally every. Not just the gold lane, not even just the XP lane, but even in the roam position. Yaoi, he styles. You saw in the keys to victory that he needs to change. He needs to evolve from a playmaker to a kingmaker.
And they're about to do that here tonight in the faces of the kings and queens of the world from M3. Ladies and gentlemen, the stakes have never been higher. These two teams have practiced their minds off, as a good friend of ours would say, and the fruits of their labor are about to come through here tonight. I can only imagine what's going on through their minds, because they're all going through their own struggles, right? Benny Cutie here has just been through the ups and downs in his years in the MPL. V and Ys have tried to shut down the haters, prove them wrong in their multiple grand finals appearances. And that all comes through here tonight. It all comes to a head, and we're about to do just that as game 1 begins. The drafting phase is upon us. Decisions are going to be made here, and we're only hoping for the best. We only want to see Echo and Blacklist pick up their most favorite heroes, their most powerful picks here. LaFell, what are we looking out for?
Okay, first things first, I'm looking out for the Fredrin. The Fredrin has been banned because for both teams, Wise as well as Carl Teasy are really good on this Fredrin pick. Now, look at Blacklist International. Let's pay attention to bans, because they ban out the Cho as well as the Kaja. Both are pick-style heroes. Looking at Echo, they're making sure that Benny Cutie will have a better time in his goal lane. So with the 1-1 gone, with the carry gone, I would say Beatrix increases in value.
I think the Yves increases in value as well. With the Kaja banned away, with a lot of bans here, you would really think that the Yves would become the #1 in prio, but Blacklist, they opt to go for the Barats, leaving the Yves open, and the Lapu Lapu that we mentioned earlier. You give Sanford this pick, and he carries.
So here's the gamble that Coach Tick and Treb have picked up on. You leave open the Eve, we're gonna pick it up, put a hero that Sanford loves, and what's the answer? What's the swing back? Do they go Benedetta? Do they go Yu Jong? Do they go Farsa? Because that seems to be the answer. And interesting, they're going for the OHEB Harith priority. We've seen this from Echo before.
I like when you said priority, because that's how you see where their mindset is at. Because we gotta talk about the Barats first pick, because that has to be your priority, and your priority pick dictates how you're gonna move around the map. So in this game, they're putting a lot of weight onto Wise's shoulder to actually move the entire team forward. Now that they've seen the Lapu Lapu as well as the E, they understand that they want to set up a box. So we gotta move onward. So honestly, I'm liking the draft coming in from Blacklist because you can make very little mistakes with this kind of draft, with this onward. So honestly, I'm liking the draft coming in from Blacklist.
Of our defending champions. For Echo, I'd like to say the only thing that's missing for me is the split push potential from Benny Cutie. It's not as potent when you're on a hero like Lunox, but what it does have is amazing team fight engagement. A lot of damage when you hit your power spike. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Indoors in Mayan and all across the world. I hope you're ready. It's time for game 1 in this best of 7. Blacklist International and Echo.
Looking at both drafts, I would assume that they're not going to fight a lot in the early stages of the game. They're going to fight around Riverside. They're going to fight for the control around the turtle because they want to make sure that they have the levels first. So if you see any kind of rotation, it's all about maximizing the minions to make sure you get as much level 4s on your heroes before going into the turtle phase.
With 2 utility jumpers, this is what you can expect, right? A lot of emphasis around the mid control. Why? To control the neutral objectives, like you mentioned earlier. Mid control plays such a huge impact in this game, and you can already see it from both the teams, Pinas and Haji, Sanji and Yawi. They're focusing a lot, putting a lot of resources down into that mid lane to create some more pressure. Still, Blacklist International to secure the lethal wanderer.
Okay, so now, looking at Blacklist as well as Echo, not a lot of actions will come true. I'm thinking they gotta find a way for Echo to get Yawi on to level 4 because that is a very big ultimate to have in the turtle fight. It's coming up in roughly 36 seconds. So Echo as well as Blacklist International, both teams we saw in the best of 5-4, they like to see what the opponent wants to do first. Blacklist is asking Echo, Echo is asking Blacklist. Now Yawi, he might get engaged for a little bit.
He does have the flicker here, pops the flicker just to escape. Blacklist International with a resource advantage for the first turtle spawns in 15 seconds.
Turtle less than half health. That's going to be the final blow by Edward. Called easy to be stopped up by Has and heavy spin. It does not matter. It's the first blood picked up by Echo, but the turtle will be slain by Blacklist International. Still, more objective Benny. He is slain in the gold lane. Blacklist strikes back, making it equal. Blacklist up top. Echo takes 2 down in the bottom, but they do get the turtle. That's going to be the final blow by Edward. Called easy to be stopped up by Has and heavy spin. It does not matter. First blood picked up by Echo, but the turtle will be slain by Blacklist International. Still, more objective Benny. He is slain in the gold lane. Blacklist strikes back, making it equal. Spent by Blacklist up top. Echo takes 2 down in the bottom, but they do get the turtle.
I would say spot that worth it because in my personal opinion, getting kills is very good because you can establish map pressure because what's the objective of getting the turtle? Sure you want the gold, sure you want the EXP, but you want more control now. Edward going up against Sanford, quite a bit of damage, Sanford's gonna get chased. Circling Eagle onto Sanford here. He does not connect with that air strike down. Spacing attacks coming in. Sanji not going to be here to help him in time. Sanford falls in the XP lane. Festival of Blood. Lifesteal is just not enough at this level. 3 minutes in, and I'm not sure if there's enough. Yeah, no, none at all into the emblem. Ready though, look at that. That's going to be the damage coming in. They do not blast charge in, but knowing that OHEV has the Purified, they decide not to commit just yet. Yeah, looking at all of the emblems as well as the way that they're setting up. Sanford, his personal goal in this game is to get at least 3 kills. Once he has that 3 kills, he will maximize his emblem. My beat is getting smoked out just a little bit. Now, looking at the map, if Echo could give those 3 kills over to Sanford, we can see Echo being a little bit more exposed. You're going to expect that Sanford's going to look for it. He's going to pressure Edward hard here. Sent him home just now because they want to time the way that this turtle goes. Again, we're 20 seconds away. Many can be pressuring him as well. Boy, Venus and Yawi playing footsies, making sure that their gold laner gets the advantage. Zoning coming in again, right? This is what we kind of expect in the gold lane matchup. Harris, once he gets to level 4, isn't really going to be able to threaten the Lunox. And even in the XP lane, we saw that Edward was winning early on, but now that Sanford has gone that level 4, has gone a few items down, it's a bit tough for Benedetta. Turtle already spawned. Crowdy spots out Haji. Sanford, oh yeah, there's the RWM. Not going to be able to find anything else though. The sun does connect with the feather airstrike connecting on Sanford. The protection fly locks him down. Edward finds the big block. Blacklist International now with man advantage. Rotating around the turtle. Circling Eagle onto Yawi. He's going to be able to find the stun. Crowdy jumping in. Doing a black charge with Flicker as well.
losing out in the straight. Blacklist has amazing battlefield awareness. They knew exactly where every member of Echo was. They almost threatened orange steal from Caldisi, but they're not done. A stun and a knock-up. It's still Matilda Airlines here for Blacklist International. Blacklist is showing what they want to do with this draft. You want to establish control. You want to make sure that the Riverside you're winning. And the specialty of having a Matilda is when someone overextends, they're not really overextending. In their biggest fight in the Turtle, they were very focused. What do we want to do? Turtle first, but now they want to kill. And they get it, right? It's on to Pinas, the roamer. Anything that Echo can get here in the first 5 minutes, they will. In the first two, they were willing to trade and get some advantages, but now we have Stan on the Oheb, force on the Summon Force, off the Purify as well. The real world inflation almost catches Oheb, but he is able to get out of that one. Haji rotating towards the gold lane with Feather Airstrike to clear it out, protecting his tier 1 up top. This is difficult because we said for Echo, for them to win, they have to win the lanes. Here in the early game, not exactly the story because Blacklist now ahead maybe 1.5k. Rafael, what's going on?
I would say it's not enough because Blacklist, they understand this as well. So as long as they delay, as long as they wait for Oheb to get 2 items, then it's basically they're already doing at least half of their win condition. So it's not about Echo not doing it. It's more about Blacklist seeing this time and time again. We understand how your draft works, so we're just going to play around it. So even though, okay, so here's the thing. Echo, they needed to win by 2k, by 2,000 gold. That's LaFell's threshold. So in Blacklist, having 1.5k lead ahead, they're really at the driver's seat.
Well, right now, it does seem that way, but Echo are going to be able to force it out. Oheb going to be caught low, but Venus comes in to save Oheb again. Youth rotation, certainly even lock Yaoi down. Good selection right now. Whether the Airstrike will come through, Yaoi going to be able to get the stun down onto Venus before he gets taken low. Now, you got Juice here. It's Sandy with the real world inflation. Jumping in, but there you go. It's going to be the guy that He's going to be slayed though by Benny, who uses the chaos to take him down. Sanji still poking Venus down. Echo are looking to get the siege down onto the tier 1. Meanwhile, on the turtle side, Carl TZ is going to be taken low with Sanford. 2v2. That's the bravest fighter popped into the back line right now. It's Carl TZ going to be able to find it, and Wise is going to fall. And we're finding the stun on the 2 with an eye for an eye to dodge away from the CC. But still, Echo, they went out on that trade. Not just that trade, but on 2 fronts. They pushed up top, got a kill down bottom, and took the last hurdle of the game.
We got a lot here because again, 500 gold, that's great, but Sanford having 1 kill. He has 1 stack on his emblem, but now looking at this, Carl TZ too deep.
Looking for a steal here. He does get the orange buff, not punished enough by Black International. Oheb and Haji falling in the gold lane once again. We spoke about this. Winning lanes is how Echo can get it done, and Benny, 3 kills on him right now. Finest example of pass circers. You start talking about it, you start questioning it, and it comes up almost immediately. Yaoi with the Luminal Blast. Infamous welcome to cancel it out. That's the anti-CC coming in. Sanji does the damage onto the tier 1. Bravest fighter by Sanford just to get out. Gets that anti-CC down, unstoppable. Meanwhile, Black International trying to make their way up to the gold lane. Gonna be poked down by Benny. It's Carl TZ sieging down. That tier 2 in the gold lane. Carl TZ gonna be careful here. Takes the turret down. Gets out with relative ease. What a swing for the House of Highlights. Unbelievable. I can't believe that maybe 4 or 5 minutes ago we were talking about how Blacklist was ahead. Possibly way past the LaFell threshold. But now it's Echo who's pushing it 2.5k ahead.
Well, they have gone way above the threshold, and the way that they did it is because they understand, okay, we're just going to stay late. There's no use trying to out-rotate Blacklist at this point. So we're just going to say because Oheb is going to be the one that's going to deal a lot of the DPS damage later on. So shut him down first. Right now, there might be a skirmish in mid. But the airstrike was used just to clear up the waves. Echo, with this composition so far, can constantly be threatening these sieges. And also, they can also be looking for a lot of plays on the map. A lot of kill pressure here in their lane.
Yup, and that's why they're ranked first in average kills so far. 16 plus, because the way that they attack the game, the way that they approach it with their strategy is they want to convert from kills. They don't want to take objectives only. They want to win first and then go from there, which is, I think, what they're doing here. They're baiting the Lord. This is the Lord dance I've ever seen one. Oh, Sanji's taking low. Edward jumps in, but Sanji flickers out for the final blow. The Petrify still available by Edward right now. He's using an eye for an eye, but Sanford notices that. Jumps in with the Bravest Spider. A lot of resources spent already. Is Wise looks for a better position. Haji going to be able to actually dash in with 5 wings. As that through the Blast connecting onto Edward. Edward going to be taking
right to snipe Sanji down. Hello! With the dash, takes the kill onto Haji. Was that Benny QD? No, didn't even need the flicker. That was Benny QT. And again, looking at the items here because we gotta see whether they are strong now or not. Looking at Benny QD, having 3 core items, found Destiny Light Treasure as well as Divine Glaive. Right now, oh my Venus getting hit by Yawi. Luminal Blast again, locking the Queen down. Venus gonna be chased down under the tier 2. Wise here providing the support. Carl Teasy looking for an ankle, but will back off for now. Tier 1 falling in the mid lane. Echo pushing the pace and the tempo. Thou shalt not take my queen, says Wise. Echo pressuring mid lane tier 2, even tier 2 down bottom. That's Sanford going solo. Lord up top. Echo's 5k ahead here, 11 minutes in. It's still not over because Blacklist International, they can still come back because they have a very beefy front line, as well as a lot of damage coming in from Haji and Oheb. Oheb just finished the Holy Crystal, looking at the damage from Haji. Haji can't connect it just yet. Carl Teasy is spotting people out. The Lord is here. Will Echo engage? They will. Luminal Blast charged up already. Just as though the members away. So Oheb jumps over the on force. Wise in the front lines, providing support. Real world manipulation faded in. Sanji not dealing enough damage for now. Blacklist just backing off. Echo doing the same thing, noticing they have the lead. It's disciplined plays from Echo.
Relatively safe defense and siege from Echo. They did their best to get the most out of that Elemental Lord, but we have a 2-1 possibly coming up in a minute and a half. Forcing out a feathered airstrike. Echo is relentless. They're not leaving.
Yeah, but look at the way Blacklist, they're defending themselves because they're not necessarily sacrificing their own HP just to defend their base. Like, they're defending everything without taking too much. So now Blacklist, they're preparing themselves in case Echo wants to engage. They can fight back. The problem is, Echo, they're not engaging. They know that they have a lead and they're not going to lose the lead. Looking at the items as well, before that, looks like everyone is just pulling everything out. Looking at Haji, he already has 2 main items, waiting for his own Holy Crystal. Once he has the Holy Crystal, the kill pressure is going to be a lot onto Echo. So right now, Blacklist, it looks like that's what they're waiting on. They're waiting for the carries to actually complete the items first.
It looks like Echo has cornered Blacklist into their base, and this is the trademark Blacklist defense. A lot of teams worldwide have been on the receiving end of this defensive rubber band, and it's not impossible that Blacklist still comes back. But with Echo at 6k, playing this defensively, playing this disciplined, waiting for this Lord coming up in 5 seconds, it looks like Echo also knows how to combat that.
It's going to be really tough now with a 7,000 gold lead technically built up by Echo. But with Blacklist minimalizing their losses, it seems like despite that 7,000 gold deficit, they're still able to contest, they're still able to open up the map without grouping up as 5. Now, looking at the map as well, Blacklist, they're not really moving away from each other. They should understand that this Lord is going over to Echo for free. Having that Lunox makes it very difficult for you to contest.
And that's the power spike we're looking at. Echo, this is the inevitable. They have set themselves up for success here. And for Blacklist, the answer is to send Agent Zero, send Edward into the long lane and try to push that because not a single tier 1 has fallen for Echo.
They didn't even have to use the Retribution, by the way. So Carl Teasy was able to steal the purple buff away. So right now, again, Echo just building up the way, slowly but surely, to finally take some base turrets down.
This is what kind of feels bad as a Barras. You kind of don't care too much about your buffs getting taken away, but what you do care about is it's hard for you to maintain those stacks because Barras is at his strongest at like what, 15 stacks? Because looking at Wise now, that is a pretty small Wise.
A small dinosaur there, and you're right. While Echo's taking away even the small camp, the small creeps in Blacklist jungle, and then freezing the waves, waiting for it to sink with this Lord, then this is the best that Blacklist can do. Oh, there's a couple of moves blend in, oh, and very low.
Edward can call him doing on blast, and Benny jumps in with the damage, and that's the combo, the notorious one. As Echo now looking for the siege into the base turret in the mid lane. Lord still marching in the top lane. Concealed play, getting popped in. Echo looking for more. That's where the airstrike popped in. Look at that, pretty flip goes under. Haji, but he's going to be able to get out for a bit. Haji gonna fall. The circling eagle does not
but they still gotta watch their backs. Blacklist will pick up so quick from this victory.
Looking at this game, the reason why Echo could beat out Blacklist International is not that Blacklist necessarily made a mistake, is that Echo did not make a mistake. Because with their draft, having the Matilda, they're trying to bait out Echo to over-engage, overextend, use all of their skills early to get any kind of objectives and then fight back. But Echo, they did not do that. They won the lane. They made sure that Oheb was heavily pressured, and then after that, it's like, okay, just don't overcommit. Just take things slow, and then end the game, get profit. Orcas are killer whales, right? Correct. And that's exactly why they know how to use the kill pressure so well. In the gold lane, they knew Lunox versus Heron is a winning lane for the Lunox. Many QT on a winning matchup. That's already a recipe for disaster if you're a Blacklist fan. Now, they utilized that so much by ganking towards the Lunox. Early on, they weren't going to be able to find those skills, right? But as the Lunox progresses, with the levels starting to gain up, and with those items starting to stack up, that's when the Lunox gets the power spike in the mid-game, and they utilize that perfectly.
Not just the laning phase, actually even in team fights, Oheb's Harith was in such trouble. Again, we saw there the winning moment from the eyes of Sanford. His Lapu-Lapu here, despite having a difficult 5 to 6 minutes, picked up. Again, I think he was just waiting for Lafel's timing and saying, you know what, I need a couple of kills, I need the blood, the Festival of Blood have triggers, and the Bloodlust Axe.
Exactly.
And then even Oheb is in trouble. So with that being said, I think we're going to need the help of our analysts to break this down. There's a lot that happened here, starting with the draft, a lot as well that went into the mid-game spike for Echo, and even Blacklist struggled to find the rubber band. That's what's scary about this. Orcas, again, you're right, they're killing whales, but they smell blood, they go for it, and they have perfected the execution. Even when it comes to lore dances, fellas, right? It's so hard to deny that Echo knows exactly what's happening. So with that being said, we're just waiting for our analysts to call in, because I'm pretty sure they'll have a field day with this. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to remind you that Battle Night is about to happen. That's happening on January 21st. We've got a lot going on, so make sure you log into the game. There's a lot of in-game bonuses that y'all can have, all right? Extra VP, star protection points, free hero access, epic skins that come out that very night, so make sure y'all log in, all right? That's happening on January 21st. Let's all celebrate the M4 World Championship. Whoever takes it home, whether it be Echo or Blacklist International, let's all celebrate and tell all of your friends. Now, folks, I think we've said enough here on the desk. It's Lafel, Mirko, and Leo throwing it over to the analysts, because they're going to talk about the draft, show us who the MVP is, because I still think it's not so clear-cut. Real quick, who do you think it is?
Oh man, it's a really tough one here. You were going to say Benny? I'll say Sanford. Both of the side lanes.
Okay.
Now I'm
Sanji.
confused.
Swap.
Sanji, there you go.
You said, because between Benny and Sanford, that's exactly the perfect setup or payoff. Who's who, right?
I mean, like, okay, let's just slowly talk about it, because Benny Cutie, he stopped the win condition for Blacklist. I mean, to be fair, Blacklist, they gotta win the river, they gotta win the jungle, but it could not happen even if, say, this game extends a little bit longer, right? Benny Cutie was scaled up. Wise will not be able to sustain the damage coming in from the Lunas, because again, there's no Estus, there's no healing. He can run away, but when he comes back, it's not gonna be much. So for me, it's Benny Cutie.
Okay, Ding Ding, Sanford, or Sanji?
You know what? I'm going to make a last minute change here. I think I'm going to give it to Carl TZ, actually. The hidden carry.
Okay, best in the world. Let's see who it actually is, because it's time for the analysts to break it down. Hey, fellas, talk to us.
Great MVP predictions so far. Thank you so much, Leo, Lafel, and as well as Mirko. Here at the Analyst, I'm going to break it down to you to uncover the mysteries of what this code is so far and what Echo is doing correct. My name is Getting Q. This is going to be most wanted in Southeast Asia, Wolf, as well as Assassin Dame. You are going to be the mediator here, and it's important that you give a non-biased opinion. I repeat, a non-biased opinion. But with that being said, let's break down straight from the draft. I mean, so far, really strong start.
We'll pop off, and you saw it.
Now, I gotta say, I really like the Lolita come from Yaoi, because every time you give this player anything that can initiate, that can set up a good team fight, this player will pop off. And you saw it in the last game, right? The entire set of Echo, they had a momentum. They understand which objective do they want, which tower do they want to pressure. So Yaoi would set up camp on the top tier 1 tower, and they find a lot of early game pressure to mid game pressure.
Oh, there's already the code that Blacklist International has done, right? We know the pattern of what they're doing. Actually, if you're looking at that game, it's a pretty standard Blacklist game. What Echo did differently this time is they snatched this hero, Lolita. That's why I really agreed with Assassinate when he said Lolita was a great pick, because not only does it present to us how good Yaoi was, but also how good the drafting plan was. For the side of Echo, they countered everything that Blacklist wanted to do with their picks.
Well, if we're talking about the draft, I mean, those are the bans, but the picks overall, I think to the naked eye, most people would understand that, honestly, they're kind of the same thing. They have the exact same goals, but very slightly different tools.
Yeah, and I want to mention that in this game, it's one of the first games in the entire series that we do not have any marksman at all. Right? Like there's a Lunox versus Ohab on the Heron, on the goal lane, which is quite interesting because Benny's Lunox actually counter Heron in the late game. He can one shot with the combo that Lunox has in the kit. And you can look at items. Benny's fully decked out on damage items, no defense whatsoever.
Yeah, he didn't need to because of the fact that he has a lot of feeling, right? You have Yakai, the frontline free of Lolita to kind of save you in those dire situations, and the Lapu-Lapu as well. Blacklist International, like we said, this is the normal code, the standard place, like I'm not Blacklist International, but the order of picks allowed for Echo to actually kind of win over those matchups. Lapu-Lapu kind of wins versus Benedetta in many regards. Akai can win versus the Akai if you think about it, or the Saints. Kind of 50-50 if you think about it, but of course Yaoi, not only did he prevent the combo of Blacklist International, he also protected their own Lunox. That's why I really like how Echo designed game number 1.
Yeah, and I like it too, personally, when it comes down to the little bit of details, the little tools that they have. I mean, the fact is, it's really hard to break her out of the real world manipulation unless you have a suppress. And again, my Pinas can't really do much about it. The same goes for Edward, but you can't say the same thing for Echo because you have Lapu-Lapu jumping in on the Barca, which already is one difference maker. Let's not forget about the invulnerability coming out of any QT.
Absolutely, and one thing that I want to mention for Echo in the game 1 was momentum, right? It felt like in the beginning of the game, Blacklist really captured the momentum of the game, but somehow towards the mid to late game, when Echo really started pushing, right? Towards the top tier 1 tower, they find the objective-based play, and that gives them so much clarity on exactly what they need to do. With a player like Yaoi on the setup, that was just clear gameplay.
Yeah, it wasn't easy though. For 7 minutes, they kept on trying to break the momentum of Blacklist International. Blacklist leading a little bit. Echo was trying to take out Oheb up top. Eventually, after 7 to 8 minutes, Sachi was able to land the killing blow onto Oheb. It did, he did require it to have another tries, but they were successful in the end. And 2-0 lead. We saw this idiot. We reacted to this. His flicker to the left side during the Lord White down was crazy. That was criminal.
That was criminal gaming for sure.
He is just stealing hearts and stealing minds at this point. The conditioning is starting to build up. This is only game number 1. So people at the casters desk, this is your MVP going over to Sanji. I'll let that sit in for a little bit longer. But I think, we really have to make sure that the draft doesn't escalate from this, especially if you are in Blacklist's position. Are there adaptations that we're expected to see?
Yeah, and Senji, well-deserved MVP here. I want to mention one of the lore fight you talk about, he flickered to the left side. That was beautiful, and also he was lingering with 1 HP, right? Very little HP, and it still has so much impact. Just to show you how much impact he has in the early game, this is from the beginning of the game to 5 minutes. You can take a look at Senji's heat map, right? This guy in the mid lane would dominate the mid lane and start voting towards EXP because Turtle was towards the bottom side at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, and then eventually he will go to the gold lane where they want to really kill Oheb back up top. They know that the way for them to win the mid-game team fights is to deny Oheb to the farm. But then again, you see a Blacklist International how many times they have saved Oheb. The Oheb also played it well, but eventually they will have to fall to the temple.
In the beginning, Blacklist had momentum because they understand that win condition as well. That's why you saw Farsa go with the top side to help Oheb so much. I think I'm going to capture some highlights here. Whoa, this isn't one of the engagements, even though the Turtle went to Blacklist, but Echo got 2 kills out of it.
I think even more so, you can see just the small little plays coming out from every trying their absolute best to make sure that they minimize the profit coming in from either side. But once the momentum started to fall into Echo's favor, I think this is where things started to change, especially for the gold lane.
That's right. You're gonna have to. We have to talk about Crossings here. I don't know. We aren't seeing a lot. The way he secured all of those turtles, and eventually the first lord, then constantly just applying the pressure against Black International, but keeping himself safe and really just raging around the lord area. I think that's also amazing coming out from Crossings himself.
Yeah, absolutely. Here from the highlights, you see how clear Echo rotations were, right? They know exactly where they're going. They know exactly which tower they're trying to get. And sure enough, it paid them many dividends. And I think going to game 2, Black will need to think about their momentum as well. Once they had a game plan, they stick to the game plan. It's not being disrupted by Echo.
Yeah, we are not allowed to like predict the jump because we're not going to be jumping, right? But again, I want to predict. I think Lolita is going to be a fun commodity next game.
All right, Lolita could be the commodity here. Casters, are you ready? Because game 2 is about to begin. Take it away.
The bespectacled boys of the analyst stand are getting heated. Who wouldn't, right? With a matchup like this, Blacks International versus Echo, with the Orcas drawing first blood. There's a huge case for everyone to be MVP. But yes, we had to take our hats off for Sanji there. Real quick, let me remind everybody about the M4 Battle Night goes live this January 21st. Expect loads of events and rewards up for grabs in-game. First off, complete battle tasks in the game on January 21st to get a skin choice chest. You can choose the skin you like the most from the chest. Aside from that, battle bonus awaits you on the same day. Play matches and you'll get team star protection for 3 matches, double star racing points, double protection points, double EXP and double VP for 5 matches. We are not stopping there. 5 matches. Again, gotta play them. Free access to all heroes and loads of epic skins will also be available that very day. Save the date, log into the game on January 21st. Enjoy the matches you play and win tons of rewards. Let's all celebrate the M4 championships together, including your friends. I'm on desk here with Mirko and LaFell, and again, it was mentioned earlier and they showed us everyone can carry from Echo.
And that's why we had such a hard time predicting the MVP for game number 1, right? Because, sure, you said it was Benny. Benny did maybe close to the most damage onto the Barats, especially just melting him down. Sanji with very good zone, very good damage too. In the end, I said Carl TZ, right? Because the way they played in that team fight was every single member from the side of Echo had their own agenda, had their own tasks, right? They were going to dish out damage. Some of them are going to put Blacklist in a disarray where the front to back that Blacklist drafted for themselves would not work. Meanwhile, Blacklist, they played for this one vision, one mission, and that's what gave Echo the upper hand. So now we got to look at the hero pick recap, and yeah, Sanji did a lot of damage.